It's a whole new world we live in. Pokemon JoJo.
Oh, I could have sworn this guy would have battled us. You have some good Pokemon there. It must be from the training you gave them around Violet City. The training at the gym must be especially helpful. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. It increased the power of Grass-type moves. We received a Miracle Seed. So like you suggested, that's an item that we can give to Pokemon, and when they're holding it, all their Grass-type moves will be slightly stronger than typically. It is now 10 o'clock, which I believe... it's been a bit... It's the same day I'm recording every single one of these parts. Well, kind of. I did the one at 8 o'clock, the first two parts. Then I did the other one at 4 o'clock. And then this is 6 hours later, at 10 o'clock. I just feel like playing more, I don't know why. This game's pretty fun. But I believe this is different lighting and everything because it changes once we reach 10 o'clock and onward until night. What are you doing looking at the wall?
Yeah, and you know, pardon, battle? I'm on the phone. Oh, alright, but make it fast.
Gee, I feel bad. Just trying to do a phone call out here and some kid walks up like, battle me. Here in the grass we have Mareep, and this is one of the Pokemon I highly considered catching and using. Mainly because not only is it an electric type, which we don't currently have, but it also has 3 full evolution stages, which is always nice so we can get to see more Pokemon. Adds to the Pokedex a bit more. But ultimately I decided on another electric type, which we'll be getting later on. And here we have a Wooper, which is a water ground type. Whoops, that's unfortunate for Judy. Oh, and I suppose Jimmy is weak to water. This may be not great. Let's maybe lower its defense a bit. Maybe I should have lowered its accuracy. But Wooper here, it's a water ground type, and we can get it pretty early on. In fact, we may be even able to get it on this route, but there's another water type I have in mind. How much does this tackle do now? There we go, that's what I like to see. Wasn't even a crit or anything. How'd you like to have this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail? For you right now, just $1,000,000 Pokédollars. You'll want this. Sure, I'm not one to turn down food. I thought kids these days were loaded. Oh, sorry, I don't got the food. What happens if you grind up enough money? So here in Union Cave, we don't have to use Flash or anything. In fact, I don't know what was stopping us from just leaving and not dealing with Faulkner at all, but I don't know, maybe there was someone in the way, so we couldn't continue. Oh, I completely forgot about one very important change to Generation 2 onward. See, in the previous game there were moves such as Wrap and such as Fire Spin that just hit you constantly, and you were unable to do anything while this move was hitting you for very little damage. So you were just not able to do anything, and if the Pokemon outsped you, they could just do it again. So it was just ridiculous, and there was nothing you could do. This game fixes that. If you get hit with Wrap, if you get hit with Fire Spin, you can still do stuff, but the Fire Spin does still hurt you over time, and I believe you're unable to move out, or switch out, I mean. So it's still decent moves to have, but it's not ridiculously broken like it was in the last generation. I don't know what this guy's doing with his level 4 Geodude. Like, that's very low level. I have noticed the levels in this game are kind of low. I've heard this is a common complaint with this generation in particular, is this game is a lot easier than most Pokemon games. And then this one, a lot of the trainers have very low-level Pokemon. But, you know, I don't mind too much. A lot of the parts in this game can be challenging. Catching the legendary Pokemon, one of the gym leaders that we'll get to. There are challenging aspects to this game, which is more than most of the recent ones can say. But we'll get around to that another time. Also, it looks like this trainer had a bit of a gimmick where he had one Geodude that was level 4, another one was level 6, and this one's level 8, so, you know, they kind of have some fun with it. I always do like when trainers have varying levels of Pokemon, because that way you get to see some of the different moves they'll learn and when. You know, back before there was the internet, you couldn't exactly just look up, oh, what's Geodude's level up moveset? So in this case, it's like, this actually happened earlier in the Let's Play. When we encountered Bellsprouts in the Sprout Tower, it was like, okay, these Bellsprouts are just shooting Vine Whip, and then one of them, once it reached a certain level, was doing Growth, and I'm like, oh, I guess Bellsprout learns Growth around that level. And that's how you can kind of learn by doing. Man, it's just so night and day looking at the coughing sprite from Gen 1 to Gen 2. Granted, there was Pokemon Yellow in between, which had its own improved sprites. I think that game actually looks pretty good for Game Boy standards. But, you know, if you're going from the base generation to the next, you can see a lot of these improvements. And I'll be doing... There is a third version in this generation as well. There's Gold, Silver, and then Crystal, just like in the last gen we had Red, Blue, and then Yellow. And I'll be doing an extra part where I'll show off some of the extra features there, and I show off how to get the legendaries. Every Friday, you can hear Pokemon roars from deep inside the cave. Huh. I think he's suggesting that on Friday there's some kind of special event happening. I'm not sure, but... TM39. What is that, TM? Please, God, can Judy learn it? It is Swift. I assume Judy can learn that. I guess that's decent. It'll always land. And just like that, we're out of the cave. Onto Route 33. We have another berry here. Let's see what it is. It's a poison cure berry. There seem to be a lot of those around. I might as well give some of those berries to my Pokemon right now. Nothing better to do with them, I suppose. Yes, here we are. And here we have the good old Slowpoke Well, also known as the Rainmaker Well. Locals believe that Slowpoke's yawn summons rain. Records show that Slowpoke's yawn ended a drought 400 years ago. Interesting. There's always lots of mythology and lore inside the Pokemon worlds. Not all of it's believable, but it is interesting. I say not all of it's believable, but this is a world where there actually is a move that summons rain eventually, but that's for a later generation. Hello. It's unsafe to go in there, so I'm standing guard. Aren't I a good Samaritan? Wait a moment. Doesn't this guy look a little